as the pandemic took its toll on planet Earth the previous year. Yet, there's something good to see in the small and simple things we do every day. This time, we bring to you a story from Umpung village in southwest Khasi Hills, contributed by none other than the one who is generous enough to work for beautifying and preserving Mother Nature, Dr. Bremley W.B. Lyngdoh. Umpung, a place in southwest Khasi Hills, famous for its scenic beauty. To reach Umpung, one has to cross few villages from Maungap, Umni River and pass the lush green mountain range close to the border of Bangladesh. This place is mostly covered with mist and clouds throughout the year. Umpung village, which is 30 kilometers in diameters, covering 20 villages with about 80 kilometers or more or less circumference-wise. Dr. Bremley is working along with the locals on agro-horticulture spices and tree plantation.
Umpung River. Actually, this Umpung village is the place where we've started our reforestation projects. We've planted about 200,000 trees all around this Bangladesh border area. Different species of native species of trees with Robertson Basan and his team. And currently he's in Nongna village, which is on the other side near Ranikor. And we'll be meeting him in other days. But I'm very happy to see that he's been working to protect this freshwater ecosystem, this river, from upstream, to clean up all the plastics around this area, because there are a lot of tourists that come here, but they leave a lot of beer bottles and and other bottles and plastics, and it's really an eyesore in this beautiful ecosystem. So we need to clean up all the plastics from our rivers so it doesn't lead to the sea. We need to restore all these precious ecosystems from the highlands to the lowlands and create jobs for our young people. So I'm very happy to be collaborating with the Hill Farmers Union that has got active units and circles all along the border areas from the Assam side to the Bangladesh side. And the Bangladesh border is just a few kilometers from here. But you can see the beauty of this river and the sound of the stream flowing down. But in the summer months, the water rises up by 50 feet, pretty high up, and it almost touches that bridge that we've just crossed today. So this is the force of nature that we need to work with and protect this beautiful ecosystem for generations to come in our land. Thank you very much. This is Bremley Lyngdoh signing off from Umpung. So welcome to Umpung River. This river looks clean and crystal clear, comes up from the highlands of East Khasi Hills and goes all the way down to the Bangladesh border. We found a lot of people fishing downstream, and that's the bridge we crossed to come down to this beautiful beach around here. But sadly, we found a lot of plastics and beer bottles along the way, and we need to educate and raise the awareness of the people, especially the tourists coming from outside, not to destroy the beauty of this ecosystem, this beautiful river ecosystems, by leaving a lot of their trash around the banks here. So a lot of education needs to happen, and a lot of mountain ecosystem restoration needs to happen in the highlands, where a lot of deforestation has happened over the last 3 decades. This is Bremley Lyngdoh signing off.
Speaking to Bapan Hun Sanglin Basan, an entrepreneur, it is understood that this place has got a lot to contribute to the tourism department.
Bapan Hun has been managing this resort with her family. This whole property belongs to the Kur Sanglin Basan, and we've been supporting our good friend Robertson Basan, who's not here with us today. He's in Nongna, busy planting trees. But his other project is to save this river, and he's been working on this project with his family and clan members for a while. But today is our first trip here. It's beautiful, but sadly we saw a lot of bottles and plastic being thrown around along this beautiful river beach here, and we want to see how we can work together to help clean up this mess and figure out what she's been doing. So can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing these years with the Clean Up River campaign and the tree planting program?
So basically, this area out here, it's a Saviba resort. Saviba Eco Angling. Okay. So mostly the anglers, they come around and then they they fish, and then they go for kayaking, and we provide all sorts of that, like fishing and boating, kayaking and camping site. Mostly it's a camping site ground, it's a campground tent. Okay. So what we do is, once our customers or our targeted as to say, lalong no, customers mo, when they come here, we give them certain rules and grounds based on the declaration form, the disclaimer form we give them. So if they impose any bottles or any, like, example, as you can see, the chairs out there has been broken.
All broken.
Yeah.
Plastic chairs.
The plastic chairs are broken. Why? Because once they party and then they drink or they do this, do that. So it's, we impose a fine that will be separate according to Saviba Resort.
Yeah.
Whereas when we come to the riverside, this is called the Friends of the Umni River. It's part of Umpung. So many fishermen, they come.
Speaking to Robertson Basan, manager cum secretary of the Viva Eco Angling Tourism Association, which promotes eco-adventure tourism, this is what he got to say.
Saviva Eco Angling Tourism Association, where we had done a project on tree plantation, then on saving the rivers from so many other overfishing and nettings. Then we have been saving the birds and the animals in these forests. But the latest things that we've been doing is for climate change, where we have done lots of tree plantation, and this we had done with started with Umpung village and Lyngdoh village. So in Umpung village, there we can see these hills. I've been living down in these hills for a long time, for the last 20 years, and here I am for the last 15 years. We've been doing this project on our own. Now that we have connected with Mr. Bremley Lyngdoh, Dr. Bremley Lyngdoh, we are so fortunate enough, thankful enough to him for giving us a chance to be a part of World Youth Day, which we call it, as International World Youth Day celebration on the 12th of August. But we have done this because due to COVID-19 issue that we had, and here in our place, in our districts of Meghalaya, this part of the district, which we call it Southwest Khasi Hills, we are still COVID-free zone. Like there's no one yet here, so we could do this celebration now instead of doing it later on 12th August, because we don't know, it might grow and we're having a confinement zone. So due to this, we are doing all these projects in order to see that changes started from us here locally for the global issue. Thank you so much. I'm here with the Nongte village kids, which you can see out here. We are standing at the edge of a cliff, which we can also oversee Umpung village. So Umpung is right there down. See, there's a river island. So next there is Umpung village. So my work deals with ecotourism and the environment. So I'm here greeting all these kids. We'll have to say it together as they don't know English. Greeting from Nongte village and Umpung village. Happy World UN Youth Day. Thank you, Mr. Bremley Lyngdoh. Thank you, Mr. Bremley Lyngdoh. So this is it, and we're standing on the edge of the cliff, which is so beautiful, and we can see so many other things. So here we are